I don't know. All right, we'll try this again. Pick it up midway in the first. The Scouts with a goal right as we start back up here.
There you go, Blue!
Looks like Dietz is the one who put that in, assist by Hockenauer. So 5:29 left to go in the first. Scouts with a 1-0 lead. Draws one back to Smith, send across ice to Newton. He'll send it to the neutral zone to Dietz. Dietz back to Smith. He'll skate up ice on the far side and dump it in. Fitzpatrick on the forecheck on the near side. Picks it up in the corner. Tries to play it to Dietz in the middle. Broken up by Bloomington. Picked up by Intermission in the neutral zone, and a loose puck will be taken by Bloomington on the near side and skated into the Scout zone. Shot saved by Geneva. Picked up by Juju on the far side. Sent cross ice to Intermission. He'll play it up the boards to Burgoon in the neutral zone. Burgoon into the Bloomington zone. Has the puck knocked away, and that'll come out to neutral ice. Bloomington with a shot and a score. Looked like Geneva just didn't quite see that onto his pads. It finds its way in the net. Good grief. I can't help it. No, I'll just use the... So a goal by Bloomington will tie it up at 1 with 4:38 left to go in the first. Another shot by Bloomington, hits Geneva in the mask. Loose puck in front, sent over the net. Scouts escape a dangerous situation there. Bloomington with it at the point. Another shot sent in, saved by Geneva. Picked up by Bloomington at the high slot, saved by Geneva again. Puck sent to the far boards. In behind the Scouts net, picked up by Happ. He'll try to play it across ice. It's knocked down in the slot. And now Duffy picks it up and blinks it into the Bloomington zone. He's got Dungy on the other side, looking for Dungy. Plays broken up by Bloomington. It'll come the other way. Sent to the near boards in the neutral zone. Now dumped in to the Scouts end. Duffy trying to pick up the loose puck on the near side. Puck's battled for in the near corner. It'll be picked up by Happ, sent up to Dungy, and he'll play it into the neutral zone. Duffy will pick it up at center ice and skate it into the zone. Duffy still with it on the far side, has it knocked away by a Bloomington player. Tied up along the boards. Now sent down behind the net. Gregory with a good pass to Dungy in front of the net. Can't quite handle it. And now back the other way. Bloomington into the zone. Plays broken up by Smith. Now Newton with it on the near side. Sent through the slot, broken up. Newton with it again on the near side. Plays it up to Fitzpatrick. And the loose puck is sent into the Scout zone by Bloomington. Along the near side, picked up by Fitzpatrick. Played out of the zone. Bloomington with it at their own end. Pass is intercepted by Hockenauer in the neutral zone, and now taken back by Bloomington, and back again by Fitzpatrick. Knocked around on the near boards and sent behind Bloomington's net. Cross ice pass is nearly picked off by Intermission. Glove down by Juju in the Scout zone. Dietz will pick it up and skate to open ice with it. Dietz into the Bloomington zone with Burgoon and Keone. Plays it to Keone. Keone with an open shot. Saved by Bloomington. Shot from center ice, turned aside by Geneva, picked up by Juju on the far side. He'll play it around the back of the net. Tied up with Natishin and Keone. Natishin will come away with it. Skates it behind his own net, looking for an outlet pass. He'll send a stretch pass up to Burgoon and neutral ice. Burgoon into the zone with it. And he'll dump it in behind the net. Happ with it in the Bloomington zone on the near boards. Send a pass into the slots taken by Bloomington and played down the ice. Dow back to get it in his own end. Skates behind the net with it, up ice. Through the neutral zone, taken away by Bloomington, and that's picked up by Happ. He'll skate it into the zone. He's got Dungy with him. Happ with a shot, saved by Bloomington, and we'll have a stoppage. 50 seconds left to go in the first. Still a 1-1 game. Draws one back to Bloomington. Bloomington with it at center ice. Plays broken up by Gregory. And played D-to-D in the Scouts' end. Up through neutral ice. And we'll have an icing. Shot off the faceoff by Bloomington, goes wide right. It'll come around the boards where it's picked up by Fitzpatrick and played into the neutral zone. Loose puck picked up by Bloomington into the Scout zone. Bloomington with a shot from the point, goes over the net. And that'll be the end of the first, still 1-1 tie.
Where are they filming it?
What's up?
Where is the guys filming the game?
Oh, it's me.
Oh, it's you?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought Mr. Hoffman.
It'll be me and Hoffine later. We just didn't have a tripod this time.
Oh,
So I'm just hanging out here.
Better than nothing. Yeah, Jamie said it's working. It's working now. Thank you for streaming.
No problem.
Let's go, boys.
Scouts will start the second period with Hoffine, Keone, and Burgoon at forward. Natishin and Juju at D. Bloomington with it in the zone. It's played behind the net. Sent up to Burgoon on the near side. Play it over to Juju through the neutral zone. Juju's taken down at the point. Burgoon with a hit in the Bloomington zone. Big reverse hit by Bloomington behind the net.
Work him.
Puck's tied up with Hoffine. Bloomington sends it into neutral ice, and they'll dump it. Juju back behind the net to get it. Send it up ice, picked off by Bloomington. And Juju will lay a hit in the circle, and we'll get a penalty here. Juju will go to the box for a trip. And the Scouts will be on a penalty kill with 12-12 left to go in the second. Still a 1-1 game.
Take all the one down here against Marker.
Defensive zone faceoff is tied up in the circle. Dow will come away with it. He'll clear it down the ice. And that'll go for an icing. So we'll do it again, but it does kill 10 seconds off the penalty. Tied up in the circle again. It's one back to Bloomington. Bloomington with it at the point. Played down near boards. Shot comes in. Pad saved by Geneva. And now cleared out into the neutral zone by Dungy. Bloomington with it again at center ice. Puck's lost as they enter the zone. Played back out to neutral ice. Hap with it on the far side. Bloomington into the scout zone on the far side. Shot comes in, blocked by Hap. Loose puck in the slot. Finds a Bloomington stick. Saved by Geneva. Bloomington with it behind the net. Played up to the point and held in.
Behind you!
50 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Scouts.
There you go.
Hit by Dow, separates the man from the puck. Hap will come away with it. He'll skate through the neutral zone. Tries to play it into the zone. It's blocked by a Bloomington player and played back out to neutral ice where it's picked up by Duffy. Played across ice to Newton along the far side and sent up ice. That'll be on net. Played through the neutral zone by Bloomington into the scout zone on the far side, through the slot. Taken away by Newton and played out to central ice. Bloomington into the zone, shot comes in, blocked by Smith. And played behind the net to Newton. Newton will send a clearing attempt up ice. It's picked up by Dietz into the zone. Dietz will play it to Duffy. Duffy with a shot, saved by Bloomington. Dietz on the forecheck. On the near side, taken away. It's picked up by Hockenauer. Hockenauer looking for Dietz on the far side. One-timer. Duffy on the rebound. He scores. Scouts with a great forecheck there. Dietz, Hockenauer, and then Duffy on the rebound. And the Scouts will take a 2-1 lead with 9:40 to go in the second.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Now Dietz, after picking up an assist, will take the draw at center ice. Tied up. Finds its way into the Bloomington zone, or it's sent Back up ice, picked up by Nitish. He'll play it across ice to Juju. Juju up to Hockenauer. Hockenauer sends a cross ice pass that gets picked off, but taken away by Nitish again. And puck goes up and out of play. And we'll have a neutral zone face-off. Hoffine to take the draw.
Cross check.
Played back into the Bloomington zone. Keone back behind the net with Hoffine. Keone takes it away. Battled for in the near corner. Keone with it again. He'll send a shot on net. That's blocked. Scuffle going on here.
Get open, start streaking.
Happ will hold it in on the far side. Picked up by Hoffine. He'll skate through the slot. Has it knocked away. Nearly gets another attempt at a shot. He'll pick it up again. Hoffine with a shot gets blocked by Bloomington. And Burgoon sends it in front of the net. Clearing attempt hits the net and comes back to Bloomington. Glove down by Happ and held into the zone. Happ shakes off a hit, but Bloomington will play it into the neutral zone. Shot comes in from center ice, turned away by Geneva. Played up, picked off by Bloomington at the point. Shots blocked by Gregory. Gregory will play it in behind the net. Picked off by Duffy. Sent behind the net again. And played along the near boards. Dungy with a hit, picked up by Newton. Sent behind the net. Gregory picked up, looking for Duffy in the slot. Shot hits the Bloomington goaltender, goes over the net. Duffy with it behind the net again. A wraparound attempt by Gregory. Puck's just sitting on the goal line. Have a whistle. And looks like we're going to get a couple of roughing calls here. So offsetting roughing penalties. We'll play 5-on-5. .744 left to go in the second. Scouts still with a 2-1 lead. And Dietz will take the draw in the offensive zone. Draws one back to the Scouts. Juju with it at the point. He's looking for Trey. Hockenauer with it on the far side. Laid off to Nitish. Nitish with a shot. Finds a lot of skates. Gets in behind the Bloomington net. Sent up to the point. Juju will play it back down. And now it's taken away by Bloomington and sent up ice. And icing is waved off. Juju will play it around the boards. It'll find its way just out of the zone, and we'll get an offside call.
We call offsides from back here. David's making it.
Hoffine will take the draw at neutral ice. Picked up by Bloomington, skated in the zone. Shot comes in over the net. Happ wins the puck on the far side. He'll play it around the boards. Bloomington with it at the point. Knocked out of the zone by Burgoon, and he'll pick it up, come the other way with it. Tied up by Bloomington. It'll find Keone's stick. Loose puck, shot by Hoffine, finds the shin guard of a Bloomington player. Burgoon with a hit along the near boards. Puck's held up by Keone on the far boards. Taken by Bloomington. They'll play it through the slot. Loose puck sent into neutral ice, down into the scout zone. Picked up by Happ in his own end. And he'll send it up ice, looking for Hoffine. Picked up by Bloomington at center ice. Happ with it in his own end. Sent up to Dow on the near side. Dow play it through center ice. Is taken away by Bloomington. And then quickly taken back by Gregory. He's got Dungy with him, excuse me. Up to Newton at the point. Played back down to Gregory, looking for Dungy in the slot. Little one-timer there, finds the glove of the Bloomington goaltender. And we'll get a whistle. 5:35 left to go in the second. Scouts still with a 2-1 lead. My gosh. Dungy take the draw. Knocked up ice by Bloomington into the neutral zone. Little miscommunication. Duffy will pick it up, send it back to Newton in his own end. Up ice to Dungy, sticked into the Bloomington zone. And that'll be played down the ice. Icing is waved off. Newton takes a big hit behind his own net. Picked up by Smith and sent up ice. Find Dungy stick in the neutral zone. Dungy with it into the corner of the Bloomington end. Played up ice by Bloomington. Scouts nearly caught on a line change there. It's taken away by Hockenauer, though. Hockenauer in behind the net, looking for a pass to Duffy in front. Doesn't find his stick. Petition with it, skates behind the Bloomington net. Played deep into the zone by Hockenauer. Dungy plays it in the front of the net, but nobody's there. Sent up through neutral ice. And they'll be picked up by Intermission. Played up to Juju. Juju into the zone on the far side. Skates around one man, looking for somebody in front of the net. Loose puck. And now Dow will pick it up in his own end. Sent up through neutral ice to Happ. And Happ into the zone with it. Played across ice looking for Fitzpatrick. It'll find its way into the corner. Bloomington with it behind their own net.
Get there.
Funny bounce off the boards to be picked up by Dietz. And Dow send it in from the point. It's taken by Bloomington. And dumped into the zone on the near side. Taken by Bloomington at the point. Sent into the corner. Now Happ with it. He'll play it off to Dow, and Dow up ice. Looking for Dietz. It'll find its way down to the other end. We'll have an icing call. 3:24 left to go in the second. Scouts holding on to a 2-1 lead.
Go, boys. Good shot.
Hoffman to take the draw to the right of Geneva. Scouts win the draw. Smith lays it up the boards on the far side. Duffy sends it back down to Smith. And Bloomington will take it at the point. Into the circle on the far side, taken away by Duffy. Duffy into neutral ice with it and into the zone on the far side. Skate around one guy with Keone in front of the net. Sends it up to Newton at the point. Newton with a shot. Rebound. Gets knocked around behind the net. Hoffman will pick it up in the far corner. He'll send it up to Smith at the point. Smith back down into the corner.
Back door.
Battled for by Duffy, tied up along the boards. Keone in to help. Bloomington will come away with it on the near side.
Come on, Bennett. Come on.
Sent it up and out of the zone. Smith chases it down in his own end. Played behind the net, looking for Newton. Newton avoids a big hit there. Bloomington will take it away in the zone, though. Tied up with Duffy and Smith in the corner. Loose puck taken by Hoffine. Skated through center ice. Hoffine into the zone. Taken away by Bloomington.
Get his number, Colton.
Sticked away by Hoffine again. And it'll come out to center ice. Cross ice to Intermission. He'll send it back to Juju on the near side. Pass is picked off by Bloomington. And Bloomington nearly the breakaway attempt. Can't handle the pass. It'll go into the corner. Sent into the high slot. Bloomington with an open shot. Rebound nearly finds its way in. Geneva initially made that save, and there was a Bloomington player there on the far side. Hockenauer now with a breakaway chance. Saved by Bloomington. Puck will find its way back into the scout zone. Picked up by Intermission. He'll send it up ice to Gregory. Gregory over to Hockenauer and into the zone. Hockenauer send a shot in, nearly finds a sticky Gregory in front of the net. And now Bloomington, nearly with another breakaway opportunity, chased down by Dow. And he'll send it up and out of the zone. Bloomington dumps it in. Dow to get it on the near side.
Let's go, make it happen.
Taken away by Bloomington on the near boards. Pass sent across in the far circle, saved by Geneva. Clearing attempt goes around the boards, held in by Bloomington on the near side. Bloomington with it behind the Scouts' net. Puck comes up and through the slot. Loose puck in front of the net, cleared away. And another loose puck in front of the net. Geneva can't find it. Eventually does find it and freezes that puck. A real messy sequence there. Bloomington with a couple chances to score with 4 seconds left in the second. Scouts still with a 2-1 lead. And Dietz to take the defensive zone draw. Draw is picked up by Gregory, and he'll send it down the ice to end the period. So the Scouts will take a 2-1 lead into the third.
Well, they're not calling anything. I like it though. You hit it already? Already? But it's a good class.
Scouts will start the third with Dietz, Hockenauer, Fitzpatrick at forward, Newton and Smith at D. Draw is taken by Bloomington, picked up by Smith in his own end. Sent across to Newton. Finds a stick of Fitzpatrick. He'll send it up ice to Dietz. Taken away by Bloomington. Knocked away into their own zone. Dietz with a hit in the corner. Shallow shot. Turned away by Bloomington. Hockenauer with it behind the Bloomington net. Send it up to the point to Smith. Smith with a shot. And that goes up into the netting. We'll have a whistle. Dungy will take the draw in the offensive zone. It's one back to Juju. Juju cross ice to Intermission. One-timer redirected. Shot loose in front. It'll be frozen by Bloomington. Juju sent that puck across to Intermission, who had a great one-time try. Looked like it was redirected by Gregory. Duffy nearly able to put in another rebound. Draw is tied up. Played to the corner by Gregory. He'll pick it up, send it up to the point to Juju. Tied up at the point. Juju will send it into the corner. Tied up again with Gregory and Dungy there. Loose puck's picked up by Duffy. Played out of the zone. Back to Juju. Juju cross ice to Intermission. Intermission across to Duffy. Duffy looking for an Intermission again. Picked off by Bloomington. Bloomington into the zone with it. Knocked away by Juju behind the net. Now, up ice pass picked off by Bloomington, but taken back by Intermission. We'll send it down the ice, and the Scouts will get a line change. Bloomington looking up ice, nearly picked off. Bloomington with a shot, stick save by Geneva. Keone to get it on the far side. He'll skate it out of the zone. Keone's still with it. He's got Hoffine with him. With a shot, Bloomington turns that away, picked up by Hoffine, sent into the high slot. And sent out to center ice by Bloomington. Bloomington with a 2-on-1. Looking for a pass in front of the net, can't find his man. Bloomington with it again in the slot. Saved by Geneva. Happ with a clearing attempt behind the net. Picked up by Dow. Sent over to Burgoon on the far side. Burgoon up. Hits Hoffine and goes to the into the ice. No icing. Hoffine with a giant hit and another one. And now Bloomington will send it up ice. Smith cross ice to Newton. Back to Smith. Little tic-tac pass there going back and forth. Newton with it. Sends it up to Hockenauer. Hockenauer played off the boards to Dietz. Dietz sticks it into the zone. The big hit. That'll probably be an interference call. We'll get a whistle.
Brutal.
And the call is elbowing, actually, is what it looks like. So Scouts will go on the power play. 10-13 left to go in the third. Still hanging on to a 2-1 lead. Dietz to take the draw. Fitzpatrick picks up the puck in the circle. It's played into the corner. Fitzpatrick with it again. He's got Hockenauer in front of the net. Sends it up to Juju at the point. Juju across to Intermission. Intermission down to Dietz in the corner. Dietz looking for an Intermission again. Intermission with a move. Skated into the slot. And that finds its way back out to neutral ice, knocked away by Bloomington. Juju will come back to collect it. Play back to Intermission. Intermission through neutral ice into the zone on the near side. Back behind the net. We play it up to Juju at the point. Juju across to Hockenauer. Hockenauer looking for Intermission. Intermission with a shot. Loose puck. And a rebound attempt by Dietz is saved by Bloomington. 1:13 left to go on the power play. 9:27 left to go in the game. Scouts with a 2-1 lead. Dungy to take the draw. Tied up, taken by Bloomington. Skated through center ice and dumped in on the far side. Hap back to get it. Played across. Dow will pick it up, and he'll send it out of the zone. Looking for Gregory. Gregory takes an elbow to the head. Duffy back to get it behind his own net. He'll skate it up, send it off to Dungy. Dungy into the zone with Gregory and Duffy trailing. Shot sent in, saved by Bloomington. Hap with a shot, blocked by Bloomington. And loose puck is going to be picked up by Duffy. Duffy with a shot, goes over the net. Bloomington will send it up the boards on the near side. Bloomington with it. They'll send a weak shot into the zone. It's played off by Geneva to Smith. Smith plays it to Duffy. Duffy through center ice. He's got Dungy and Gregory with him as they enter the zone. Duffy's still with it. He'll play it down to Gregory behind the net. Dungy in front. Gregory sends it to Newton. Looking for Dungy in the slot. Duffy finds a stick at Duffy. Sends a shot in, saved by Bloomington. And now Bloomington will send it down the ice. Smith back to get it behind his own net. Played up the boards, and it'll find its way into the netting. .7:45 left to go in the game. Scouts with a 2-1 lead. Hoffine to take the draw to the left of Geneva. Draws one back to Bloomington at the point. Sent in behind net. Bounced around a bit. Nearly picked up by Bloomington there. Natition will take it. Natition looking up ice. Finds Hoffine. Hoffine looking for Cooney. Goes off his skate. Picked up by Juju. Juju will skate it into the far corner where it's tied up. Burgoon in to help. Puck comes out to Bloomington, nearly held in by Natition. And Bloomington will collect it in their own zone. Send up the ice into the scout zone. Bloomington with a shot, goes wide left. Come around the boards where it's picked up by Hockenauer. Pinballed around a bit, picked up by Dietz. He'll skate it up ice and into the zone with Hoffine and Dow. Hockenauer trailing. Dietz in behind the net. In the near corner, plays it down to Hoffine. Hoffine with it again behind the net. He'll come out to the circle. Plays it off to Hap at the point. Hap looking for options, sends it back down behind the net. It's picked up by Bloomington in the far corner. And a clearing attempt will send the puck down the ice. Hap in to get it. He'll send it around the boards where it'll be picked up by Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick plays it up to Hockenauer. Hockenauer looking for Dietz in the Bloomington zone. Taken away by Fitzpatrick on the near side. Looking for Gregory in front of the net. Loose puck. Shot turned away by Bloomington. Fitzpatrick knocks his man off the puck. He'll take it. Puck sent up ice to Gregory. Gregory into the zone. Send a shot in, gloved by Bloomington. 5:39 left to go. Scouts with a 2-1 lead and an offensive zone faceoff. Dungy to take the draw. It's one back to the Scouts. Newton with it, picked off by Bloomington and played out of the zone. Smith loses an edge. Bloomington with a 2-on-1. Bloomington with a shot, gloved by Geneva. Dungy to take the defensive draw as well. It's one back to Intermission. Intermission will skate it behind his own net. Scouts looking to break out. Intermission will send it to Juju on the near side. Juju up ice with it, has it sticked away by a Bloomington player. Now Dungy with a hit going into the corner where it's tied up. Gregory comes away with it, tries to skate in front of the net, taken away by Bloomington. And now it's sent into the neutral zone. Intermission with it, sends it across ice to Juju. Juju into the Bloomington zone. Shot comes in, blocker saved by Bloomington. Rebound, tried by Dungy, and that'll be covered up.
Go Q.
I'll find to take the offensive zone draw. Knocked around in the circle. Bloomington ends up with it. Sent through the neutral zone. Happ picks it up in his own end. Dow with it behind the Scouts net. Plays it across to Happ. Happ looking up ice. He'll send a stretch pass to Keone. Comes off a Bloomington stick and down into the corner. Keone avoids a hit behind the net. Burgoon. Bloomington with it through center ice. They got a breakaway attempt. And they find a way to score. Looked like that shot caught the pad of Geneva, but found its way in the net. And Bloomington will tie it up at 2 on the breakaway with 4:09 left to play. Hockenauer picks up the puck off the draw, tries to send it up to Dietz. Dietz back to Smith. Smith cross ice to Newton. Newton will try to play it up. It comes off a Bloomington skate. Now Smith will send it up ice, taken by Bloomington in their own end. Bloomington with it in the neutral zone. Knocked off the puck by Dietz. Taken by Smith. Makes a move around one guy. Sends it up to Fitzpatrick. Now Bloomington with it again. Loose puck taken by Newton, sent up to Hockenauer. Hockenauer into the zone with Fitzpatrick. A shot comes in off of a Bloomington skate. Bloomington may catch the Scouts in a line change here. Play's broken up by Dietz, Intermission, and Juju. Finds the stick of Fitzpatrick. He'll skate it up into the Bloomington end. Fitzpatrick with it into the near circle. Into the slot, shot by Juju, saved by Bloomington. Nearly held in by Intermission at the point. It'll find its way into the Scout zone, picked up by Juju. Juju skated up the near sides. Juju's taken down. Duffy finds it. Pass is picked off by Bloomington. Bloomington will send it down the ice. Geneva to Intermission.
Skate wide, let's go!
Intermission through central ice, into the zone. Stick away by Bloomington. Finds a stick of Dungy. Dungy looking for Gregory in front. Shot saved by Bloomington. Loose puck. And that whistle will come with 2:26 left to go in the game. Still tied up 2-2. Looks like the Scouts want a timeout, and they'll take one.
back of the point and
Scouts will have an offensive zone faceoff coming out of the timeout in by Dietz. With Hockenauer and Fitzpatrick at forward, Petition and Juju at D. 2:26 left to go, still tied up 2-2. Loose puck off the draw, play down into the corner. Bloomington will send it up the boards, held in by Petition at the point, taken by Hockenauer. He'll send it cross ice looking for Fitzpatrick. It's taken by Bloomington. Cleared out of the zone, maybe with a high stick, no call. Fitzpatrick into the zone with it. Dietz plays it back down behind the net. Hockenauer picks it up. Sticked away by a Bloomington player, tied up with Fitzpatrick and Hockenauer behind the net. Hockenauer battling for it. We're gonna get a call. Maybe a hold here. Hockenauer is going to pick up a penalty for holding in that battle along the boards. And the Scouts will go on the penalty kill for the remainder of the game. Draw will come down to the Scouts' end. Minute 40 left to go. Scouts on the kill. 2-2 tie. Draw to be taken by Duffy. Sent up to the point. It's taken by Bloomington. Get off to the top of the circle. Bloomington with it. Sends it to the point. On the far side. Shot comes in. Saved by Geneva. Sent up into the netting. Minute 23 left. Scouts on the kill for the rest of the game. And Gregory will take the draw to the right of Geneva. Draws one back to Juju. He'll send it down the ice. And we'll get an icing call. Gregory to take the draw again. Bloomington with it at the point. Shot comes in, glove by Geneva. Minute 10 left to go. 2-2 tie. Clearing attempt by Juju hits a Bloomington player. Held in by Bloomington. They'll sit down in the corner. Place broken up by Gregory. And it'll be tied up. Taken by Bloomington. Sent up to the point. Bloomington with a shot. Redirect saved by Geneva. Bloomington with it at the point again. Shot comes in. Redirect. Glove saved by Geneva. Puck was sent in from the point, redirected by a Bloomington stick. Geneva with a quick reaction, get the glove there. We'll have another draw. 41 seconds left to go in the game. Scouts still on the kill. Bloomington holds it in at the point. Played to the near side. Bloomington still with it. Skates back out to the point. Played across ice. Shot comes in, another redirect. goes wide left. Bloomington with taken away by Juju. He'll play it to the far side. Gregory, clearing attempt, comes out to neutralize. 15 seconds left to go. Bloomington with it. Scouts get a change. And we're going to have a tripping call. Duffy's going to go for tripping. With 6 seconds left. That puck stayed out, I believe.
No goal.
It's waved off by the ref. There was a heck of a mess in front of the net there. Geneva made the initial save. The puck was loose, traveling back towards the goal line. A host of scouts dove on it.
Good shot, Coda, good shot!
Puck ends up behind the net. Awful tough to see. Nevertheless, refs wave it off. It'll stay a 2-2 tie with just under 3 seconds to go. And Bloomington will take a timeout. Duffy will go to the box on the tripping call, so the Scouts will be down two players with 3 seconds left to go. Scouts have had to survive just an onslaught of scoring opportunities at the end of this game. Found a way to keep it level, though. So Bloomington will look to make something happen with the last 3 seconds of this game on this power play. Scouts, you have to think just be looking for the draw here.
Timeout!
Bloomington initially comes out with too many men on the ice. The goalie is not pulled, by the way.
Nope.
Puck comes to into the slots, knocked away, and that'll be the end of the game. Scouts are able to hold on to the 2-2 tie. Not the result they were looking for, but do come away with the tie at least. What time's the game? What time's the game tonight? 8:50. We'll be back tonight at 8:50 for game number 2. We'll be back with more hockey and Les Nessman.